Hello everyone and welcome back to the Metal Gear Solid 3 European Extreme playthrough. This will be the final part. I've just defeated the boss, but I need to run over and get the camouflage if I can. Jump! Got it. Uniform Snake. Whew, just in time. What a thrill. But there's no glory in this victory. Incredible ending all across the board with this game.
Take this. Keep it safe. It's our only hope.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
Jack. Or should I say, Snake. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one Snake.
So beautiful moment here because the game doesn't prompt you to press square, but you know that's what you have to do. I've no doubt a modern game would ruin that and probably put a big square, but it's so much better for not doing that. But yeah, even more gut-wrenching stuff to come, guys, so brace yourselves.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay? Snake?
Yeah.
I told you you could trust me.
Ocelot!
We're not done yet.
Too heavy!
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Not good!
I picked up a few new moves. Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva!
Let's get this guy killed. Come on, Snake. Oh no, obviously, obviously we can't. He's got a few more Metal Gears to do than us. Now, I'm just curious if any of you have figured out who Ocelot's parents are. It's heavily hinted at in the game, but it's never explicitly revealed off
What do you
memory.
say to one last showdown?
I don't even know how I found it out.
Yeah, all right.
So here we are, guys. One last showdown. I love the detail of him hitting Snake in the eye, and he's obviously got no eye. It's a great moment, that. Right, pay attention to which gun's got the bullet. If I was doing this live stream, I'd ask for like a poll or something. People pick one. So it's the one on the right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Oh, who fucking knows? Some of them are tricks, aren't they? Because some of them don't actually switch. But I think if you pick the one on the left, Snake always wins. If you pick on the one on the right, you get a variety. You also get to keep the gun. So we're going to do that. Sorry, spoilers.
What's your name?
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
Interesting name.
John.
Who were we supposed to meet
Very well.
at the factory
John.
back in like part 4?
Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on.
But I love that basically the whole game is just Ocelot clowning around. I want to escape. I can't take the drama. I leave. You can really wind up Ocelot by taking a while.
Already.
You can even ring the codec at this point. I discovered that and they were like, Snake, just pick it up, man.
Snake, pick up one of the item boxes on the floor. One of them contains a loaded revolver. My bet's on you, Snake. Pick up the gun.
Yeah, there's no real, like... I just love that you can still ring it even now.
Too late to back out now, Snake. Pick up the gun.
Yeah, cool stuff. Really nice little touch. What does paramedic say?
Snake, pick up the gun already. Trust your instincts.
Yeah, the game's really like, fuck off. So yeah, I'm going to go right, because I'm sure there's more variety with that one. Right, will we win though? Back to back, it's a duel. But yeah, Ocelot's just clowning around the whole game, I love it. He doesn't need to do any of this, he's not bothered, he just wants one final showdown with Snake, just to prove a point. So here we are, guys. Will we win? I can't kill this dude. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I've got any bullets. Ah, Ocelot won. I think that's right. I might be wrong. Maybe the left one's got more variety. But there you have it, guys. The whole time, that one bullet.
It's a blank.
It was a blank.
Oh, that was fun.
It's kind of like falling down when he has the water pistol, Michael Douglas. He just wanted to know if he'd beat us. Yeah, if you pick up the left one, I'm fairly certain he takes it back.
Till we meet again, John.
You crazy fucker. We'll see you briefly in Portable Ops one day, maybe.
Give me a hand! Whoa! Come on, pull up! We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh no, Mix! There's no way out. What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me?
turning back! Woo!
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
I do love a game that congratulates you on completing it. Medal on the front line did it as a kid. When I played it as a kid, when you beat it and stole the Nazi jet, experimental craft, the commander said, "Well done, Jim," and it's very similar to the Major saying, "Well done, Snake." I like that. It's a nice little touch. Nice to congratulate because it's a hell of a mission Snake did, and he probably didn't expect to come out alive, but he did. Probably not for the better of the world though. But let's make our final save. It's now just going to be cutscene, cutscene, cutscene. So. Yeah, I'll shut up now, guys. Enjoy.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now. Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But This time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other, And not because you saved my life, but because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live. Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the Army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death in your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
And so the cycle begins. Oh man, that ending. Wow. So well done. It still gets to me a bit even now. I mean, I know what's coming, like line for line, but with the swelling music, it's just. I always think it's a much longer ending than it actually is. It doesn't. That's the thing. That MGS4 cutscenes really warp your perception. MGS gets a bad rap for cutscenes, but MGS3 is really the exception. They're really not that bad. Now I don't know how well I'll be able to talk over "Way to Fall" by Starsailor because it's a great song. And it perfectly encapsulates the end of the game, but I don't have too much to say other than this is my favourite game of all time. Is it the best game of all time? I certainly think it's up there for the conversation. There'll never be a definitive answer to that question, of course. But it deserves all the plaudits and then some. A game that's still phenomenal to play even now. And as of when this video goes up, the remake will be out. Will it be anywhere near as good? Who knows? But yeah, it's the perfect prequel. You know, we knew nothing really of Big Boss before Metal Gear Solid 3. He is the main villain in Metal Gear 1 and 2, but nobody really played those back in the day. And even then, there's not much to his backstory other than he used to be with the US government, and now he's a traitor, and he wanted to destroy them. But when you play this, you totally understand fucking why. And as much as I love Peace Walker, and MGS5's fun to play, that added backstory really doesn't add anything more than what MGS3 did. It's perfect. It adds in... It doesn't go to the length of answering silly questions. Yeah, kind of... You don't really need to know why Ocelot become Revolver Ocelot. It's just a cool little touch. But it's a perfect prequel. We didn't know anything. and they told us some great backstory that only enhances MGS 1 and 2. And in fact, it enhances Metal Gear 1 and 2, which are the games that need remaking, by the way, if any of them. But stick around, guys, because we're going to have the ending screen, of course. But it's such an unexpected ending, I think, really. You know, because you think how fun the escape is, and like, all action guns blazing, and then it ends with a gut punch like that. It does leave you a bit empty, but not empty like The Killer, like with John Woo and Chow Yun-fat. That's like all guns blazing at the end, but then the ending just leaves you empty because of how depressing it is. It's a phenomenal film, by the way. I do recommend it. But yeah, the thing is, when I finish MGS 3, I just want to boot it up all over again. And there's not many games that make me want to do that. The Last of Us is one of them, which I covered on this channel. Resident Evil 4 is another one. DMC 3 as well. But it's like, if they ever wanted to do a prequel about the boss, I just don't think it's necessary. As fun as it would be, as say, to play some kind of Metal Gear game in World War II that was like that, I won't want it now because it's, you know, the whole thing, Konami and Kojima are not interested. But it'd have been very cool, but you wouldn't want to then ruin the boss's backstory. But yeah, spoilers, guys. Ocelot is very obvious. Well, I say very obviously. I don't know. I still don't know how I know this, but I know it's true because I checked it on wikis. Ocelot is the boss's son, the boss and the Sorrow. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? I mean, and that will explain, you know, the Sorrow, why he sort of becomes Liquid Snake in MGS2. Because obviously the Sorrow was a medium who could communicate with ghosts. So that kind of explains that pretty cool. Then MGS4 just rips that out of the fucking, gets rid of it. Adds on a different explanation that's just complete batshit. But we've played the best three now, 1, 2 and 3. 4's fun, and I've got a complicated relationship with MGS4. I do enjoy it for the most part, it's still a lot of fun, and the story is pretty cool, but there's a lot of stuff it does I don't like, and it is definitely where the series goes down a bit. These 3 games were its peak. Peace Walk is still a lot of fun, but it has to deal with this baggage in the story that MGS4 did. Because MGS4 has to answer who the Patriots are. I like in this game, there's no mention of the Patriots other than that one text box about how the philosophers kind of continue, but the philosophers are kind of gone, really. They're all kind of dead, but they come the Patriots. It doesn't ruin MGS2 by any stretch. MGS4 then has to kind of be a sequel, and that's where the problems come in. Because the answer can never be as good as the question, who are the Patriots? And this game doesn't try to answer it, and that's why it's class. Removed from that canon baggage. This is ground zero, this is the start point. It reframes Metal Gear as not Big Boss's or Solid Snake's story, it's the boss's story. And MGS4 has a really lovely touch in it, actually, that's not explicitly spelled out about Solid Snake and the boss, 2 people that never met. Solid Snake's probably the only person who saw the boss's vision correctly. But this music, oh yeah. What a theme. But as always, guys, we're going to have one end phone call. And this is going to be like MGS1. It's going to be Ocelot, because that bastard, He never dies. He always makes it out.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
What an incredible twist.
Of course. I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Ocelot, he was a triple agent the whole time. Yeah, I mentioned that when they said his name was Adamska, the bell really should have rung even when I was a child and played this. Get a trophy like a boss. No people killed, and that's what we wanted. Peace Walker, that gets me that trophy. Look at that. My title is Pigeon. Pigeon's not quite a snake, is it? But so alert phased 33 times. So that's how many times I actually got spotted and the game ended. And then I actually only died 11 times. That's not bad going, actually, is it? No people killed. Seriously injured 15 times. Total damage 6 life bars. Life medicine used 1. I'm still gutted about that, because it'd have been good to do it without. But yeah, Ocelot, man. Did you know what's funny is I always used to think, why didn't Adam meet? Why didn't Adam meet him then? But technically Adam did, because he came with the Ocelots, didn't he? So he was at the meeting place. Just Eva got there first. I need to look into that part of the story, because that still seems a bit of a plot hole to me. But anyway, I digress. 0 people killed, which is what I wanted. It doesn't make sense, because it becomes a villain after this. By logic, you should be playing Peace Walker as a homicidal maniac, but they made some clever gameplay additions to make that the case, where you don't go around killing everyone, because you need to recruit people for your very mental army. So we got the revolver, we got a Patriot. Hilarious if you use that in New Game Plus and you ring Sigint, because Sigint will be like, oh, it's a really cool gun, where did you get it? And Snake's like, I don't know. Camera, for what it's worth. green face paint. I have this anyway, don't I? Tuxedo! Nice. So I can do the James Bond run. I actually got the trophy. I got all camouflages, so I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I've never done a tuxedo run. I've always wanted to. A James Bond run. If you use it in the early game and you ring the boss when she's still on your side, she proper has a go at Snake. She's like, "What the hell are you wearing? You're in the jungle." Yeah, we have these camos anyway because we picked I like MGS free. But yeah, that was the game, guys. I just want to say thank you so much for watching all the Metal Gear Solid content from 1 to 3. It's incredible to think we've done it all. It's been an absolute blast the entire time. I know there's still Siphon Filter, and that ends tomorrow, so it's actually fallen fantastically. And yeah, I just want to say, I don't want to do too much spiel because you've been listening to me for a long time. You know, I started this way back in middle of May, and there's still another part tomorrow to finish it all. But it's just been an absolute blast. It's been so great to play Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 for the channel. I know I did MGS1 a couple of times. I did a few side bits in MGS2, but particularly to play this game, it's had me absolutely buzzing. So there's nothing much more to say other than thank you for staying with Recall Gaming. I think it's going to be Resident Evil 4 soon because I want to keep playing more of my favourite games because it just puts me in a really good mood, and it was always a joy. It never was a chore to play this game. It never is. So it's just perfect for the channel for that reason. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.